ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of RanDOTA. As always, I am your host, D. And this is the show where the meta doesn't matter, and we've already got a really quick pick from the Radiant side this time, with Lone Druid. Oh, looks like we got a repick, actually. Never mind. Damn, I actually like Scylla. He's a fun character to play. And he's actually one of the few micro heroes that I like playing. Now, this is actually one that I pulled from my recently played by friends category. I'm not going to tell you which one of these people is my friend. We have a Huskar player for the Radiant now. Not quite sure. But on our Dire side, we've got Hey You, Elsa Tesla, which is a palindrome, oddly enough, Master Miller, Hades, I have to say it like that because it has an exclamation point, and the Celtic Guardian, Yu-Gi-Oh fan there. And the Radiant also pick up an Oracle. Not commonly seen in any MMR that I've seen. I don't really pay that much attention to the meta, as my catchphrase kind of tells you, but... And then on the Radiant side, we've got Peripheral, Guerrilla Bob, who I will refer to as Bob just because it's finally a chance I get to do that. XL, or it might be Shell or something, Lelouch, and Cousin Maru. I might just call that one Cousin Maru, because it'll sound funnier. I know it actually does have a meaning in Japanese, but I don't know enough Japanese to... If it was Kazimaru, I could tell you it means... It's a... Maru, I know for a fact, is a suffix, usually used in male names. And as for the palindrome on the Dire side, I might just call them Tesla, just for fun. Although, to be fair, I haven't really found myself using the player names very often recently. Usually I end up using the names of the hero they're playing. Who's gonna be our next picker?
Outworld Devourer.
An OD pick and an Invoker pick on the Dire. Ooh, and suddenly the Radiant have filled out their side with a Crystal Maiden and a Necrophos. I don't know why they...
Crystal Maiden.
Oh, and suddenly we're in the game. That was quick. And luckily the game remembered that I like to be on free camera for this stuff. Master Miller randoms Ursa. Alright, so on our Radiant side, we have Peripheral on the Outworld Devourer, Shell on the Necrolite. Screw you, Valve, I'm calling him Necrolite because it sounds better than Necrophos. Lelouch on the Oracle, Cousin Maru on the Huskar, and Guerrilla Bob, or just Bob, on the Crystal Maiden.
May your doom be averted.
On the Dire side, we have Hades playing Spectre. Master Miller, of course, random the Ursa, so he's playing that. Tesla on Mirana. Celtic Guardian playing the Dazzle. And Invoker played by Hey You. It looks like he's wearing like he just came off of a masquerade ball. I forget what genuine actually means. Doesn't that usually mean they made it? I don't remember. One-hit rampage. With a well-played Sven, that's very true. Huskar wants to be a bird. High five from Omni.
The battle begins.
Let's just go ahead and zoom in real quick.
Gold, I was meant to have this.
Ursa gets a hold of the bottom bounty rune, whereas
the eternal struggle
OD gets the top one. Alright, so let's look at how our lanes are falling out. We got OD played by Peripheral in the mid lane for the Radiant side. Up against Hey You, playing the Invoker on the Dire. Bottom lane, on the Dire, we have Master Miller on the Ursa and Tesla on the Mirana. Looks like they're going up against Shell on Necrolite with a Fu Manchu and looking very stylish. And Bob playing the Crystal Maiden. Top lane for the Radiant, we have...
But what she utters passes understanding.
Yeah, try not to listen to Oracle. It shatters your sanity. It's just not good for your health. Anyway, on the Radiant side, on the top lane, we have Cousin Maru playing Huskar, Lelouch on his Oracle. For the Dire, we have Hades on the Spectre, and yes, I'm going to keep saying it like that because he has a bloody exclamation point after his name. And finally, Celtic Guardian playing the Dazzle, who is a little bit on fire. Been a bit of action on the bottom as Necrolite and Crystal Maiden go after the Ursa. Tesla eats a bit of a death pulse, but no real harm done there. Level 1 Death Pulse doesn't do much damage. It only does 75 damage. I mean, I can kill somebody, but it's only if they're already really low. But yeah, I like the Emperor's Beard just because the Fu Manchu looks pretty good on, actually looks pretty good on Necrolite. We got so far we've got an Exort Invoker. That's actually I'll admit, that's actually my preferred style for Invoker, because it gives him a lot more damage and it gives him global presence because your first ability is Sunstrike. Alright, let's bring up the hero level, OG and...
If you want a war, you've got...
We just missed Mirana dying. I am sorry, folks. I was too busy pulling up that list. Mirana is our first death. Let's actually go ahead and look at the fight recap on the plot. No ability uses, just... I guess she just got caught by creeps. Sacred Arrow...
Denied.
Anyway. Sacred Arrow took a ranged creep in the face, so no real job done there. Spectre is not doing too well. Pops her salve and just sits back for a minute. Huskar Oracle is an interesting combination. Because I don't know if Huskar's magic resistance will reduce the healing that Oracle can do with Purifying Flames.
Invisibility.
Necrolite picks up an Invis rune on bottom. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, he's actually coming in on the back of Tesla. Shell has got... Oh, Tesla's figured it out. Maybe. Trying to figure out why he's losing health. Because the Heartstopper aura doesn't stop affecting anything just because Necrolite's invisible. Uh-oh. And we just missed Huskar dying to Dazzle. And Oracle going down too. This time to creeps. Tesla's not doing well. That's the problem with fighting against a Necrolite, is if he decides to put any real points into Heartstopper aura, it just becomes incredibly dangerous just to be anywhere near him. Focusing too much on the bottom lane. Let's check the other lanes. Let's check the last hits. OD is leading by a good margin, 16-4, which makes sense. I mean, he's got Astral Imprisonment. He can just keep popping the Invoker into a hole in reality like that. Little donkey. Hello, little donkey. Ooh, Sacred Arrow just barely misses. Without those boots that he just got, Necrolite would have just eaten the Sacred Arrow.
I may not falter in my flight.
OD manages to pick up a regen rune, which is always good for him. Mirana gets the bounty.
The prize is mine.
Also, if anybody's wondering about her accent, apparently it's supposed to be Greek. I haven't heard too many native Greeks speak, so I can't really say if it's authentic or not. Ooh, Ursa's in trouble, but Crystal Maiden eats a full-strength Sunstrike and gets taken out, so it's a 1-for-1 thanks to the Invoker. I mean, Mirana might have been able to survive that on her own, but she would not have gotten that kill, I don't think.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now!
Whereas Necrolite manages to get away with a good chunk of his health. Actually, having Necrolite and Crystal Maiden on the same team is really good for him, because with Sadist and the Arcane Aura that she gives, his mana can actually basically never... He can actually get to where his mana basically never runs out. As long as he's killing things. And also, once he gets Reaper's Scythe going, things get a lot messier.
Denied.
Oh, wow. Spectre and Dazzle have been pushed back way far. I mean, they were behind their own tower for a minute there. Whereas Oracle... Like I said, I'm not actually sure how well Oracle works with Huskar. That's just mostly because I haven't seen it. I'm not going to make big claims about things I don't know. Except for the fact that I'm pretty sure Ursa's about to die. Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
3-3 at 6 minutes. So we've managed about a kill a minute so far. That's actually a pretty good ratio. Another Astral Imprisonment, which frankly I hate fighting against OD. I was gonna say, Oracle's little shot there did absolutely no damage. Oh, the Sunstrike almost connects. Dazzle actually manages to kill Huskar again, so at least the top lane's not going completely to hell. OD is still leading the last hits chart by a solid margin. 19 last hits up on the first place person on Dire. Oh, that was horrible timing. OD, that Outworld Devourer, that Astral Imprisonment was just a horribly timed shot. If he hadn't done that, the Invoker would not still be here, because that Reaper Scythe might not have killed him, but it would have weakened him enough that he would die. Oop, Ursa just killed Crystal Maiden on her own. Spectre is... where the hell is... okay, Spectre's in mid with Invoker. Let's see...
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom. Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now!
Ursa could theoretically go kill Roshan right now.
Fortified.
Because, I mean, he's got... what do you mean? He's got 2 levels in Overpower, 2 levels in Fury Swipes. Uh-oh. Crystal Maiden just came back. She basically just came back to die. Unfortunately, Ursa's not getting out of this. Oh, is he? Nope. He's ticking down. He's going to tick down to the...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He might have ticked down to the Aura, but...
Yo, green dudes, something bad.
Necrolite did not want to let him go. He wanted to make sure. Oh, the Invoker when did the Invoker disconnect? Oh, disconnected a second ago. Kind of surprised there hasn't been a pause yet. Surprised nobody's actually said anything yet.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go, now!
Ursa TP's to the bottom. OD picks up a regen rune, and Spectre is on fire. Ooh, another close dodge by Necrolite, although that wasn't gonna hit anyway, so. Oh, Astral Imprisonment. Those Astral Imprisonments are just slightly off time every time. Spectre goes down. So... but yeah, those Astral Imprisonments from OD have just been slightly off those 2 times well, not every time, just those 2 times we've seen. Mirana pops her ultimate, so Moonlight Shadow goes into effect, meaning that her entire team is invisible for a few seconds. Ursa doesn't want to be there. Invoker came back, that's good news. Sacred Arrow flies through and finds nothing. Spectre just throws off her Shadow Dagger, or Spectral Dagger, sorry. Necrolite is... yeah, he got hit with a Spectral Dagger and basically gave 0 craps. I know I used a different term earlier in one of my earlier videos, but I'm trying to cut down on that. It's not a great habit to be in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Doesn't technically hurt anybody, but at the same time, it's just trying to be more professional. He says while babbling mildly incoherently. Ooh, Necrolite, you don't want to be there. I know you're tough to kill and everything, but... uh-oh. Oh, Mirana barely survives, so she's actually not going to get the added death timer. The question is, will Necrolite get away with it? Spectre's gonna tick down to the Aura.
That's a 2-fly.
Invoker manages to get away, but oh, Ursa comes in. Can he take on the Necrolite? Nope. And he's just gonna turn around. Necrolite comes back in though. Oh wow, that a maxed out Death Pulse does a ton of damage at this stage of the game. Oracle takes out Dazzle. Necrolite takes out Ursa. 10-7 in favor of both Radiant side. Oh, Spectre pops out Haunt and actually possesses one of them. Huskar goes down after killing Mirana. Oracle is running for his life because there's no way he can fight a Spectre. Even a low-level Spectre like this is enough to take out Oracle, especially when Oracle's at half health and on his own. How much? She's only got 1 level of Desolate, so...
Is under attack.
Oop. takes the hit from the Spectral Dagger. Shade Spectre is just walking after him.
Dire's bottom tower
If she had
is
boots,
under
this would
attack.
be over. Or if he didn't have boots. But he had, Oracle had them, Spectre
Dire's
didn't.
bottom tower is under attack.
Boots are important, folks, even if you don't technically
Dire's
use your
structures
feet.
are fortified.
What I mean by that is, I mean, look at this. He floats. He's not walking. He's floating. He's also healing himself. If you want to know how to heal with Oracle, what you do is you
Tower, you bad dudes
you
have is
throw out
crap
Fortune's
anyway,
End. Wait, no, not Fortune's End. It's, you throw out Fate's Edict first. So, like, if you want to, if Oracle wanted to heal himself, he would throw Fate's Edict on himself, and then instantly cast Purifying Flames on himself. Because for a second or two, you have 100% magic resistance. You take more physical damage and more pure damage as well. Roche takes a Sacred Arrow up the butt, and Ursa kills him.
Maybe they're doing right. Wait, Dire did right. Top tower gonna
Anyway,
fall
Fate's
over
Edict.
soon.
You do take extra damage for everything but magic, where you don't take anything. But you
Dire's
do that on an
top
ally or
tower
yourself,
is
and
under
then throw Purifying Flames on them, and you don't lose any health to Purifying Flames, and instead you get the healing. You can actually reverse the order and do Purifying Flames and then Fate's Edict on an enemy to do the damage without killing them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oracle is all about combinations.
Great work, forget about it. Bad dude's
And-
top is all nasty and broken.
And it looks like, yeah, our Dire have lost all of their T1s
In your bottom.
without taking a tower from the Radiant so far.
Fortified.
And that was Oracle or Invoker throwing out the
Middle
meatball.
tower. Everyone go now.
There goes the tower.
Bottom tower.
I kind of hope they still have that line. What I mean by that is there's a line that Invoker has a lot of different lines for each of his different spells. One of my favorite ones for Chaos Meteor is all he says is "Behold the meatball," and it's rather fun. Uh-oh, Spectral Dagger flies in. Necrovos doesn't care. He actually drops his ultimate. Wasn't weak enough, but still, it's enough of a threat. Ooh, that might be why. He's actually...
Bad dudes, middle tower. Everyone go now.
Let's see, 4, 7, 9, 10. He hasn't put a point... Where did that point go?
Nice is nice.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Oh well. Tier 2 on the top for the Dire is actually going down not really quickly, but it's under a lot of
Dire's
threat right now,
top
because
tower is under
everybody but Necrolite is on it. Ursa is just slaughtering stuff in the jungle. He just picked up favorites. Oh, Haunt! Is there going to be a possession? No, there is not. Can't really say I blame Spectre for not going for that, because
Double damage.
I mean, there wouldn't have... If she'd gone after Necrolite, he would have just kind of turned around and smacked her down. If Spectre had gone after any of the other 4, 1v4 is not a good way to go when you're an assassin character. Agreed. Ursa's got a DD rune on, so... See how that goes. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking the time. For how long the game is going to last.
I was meant to have
Drink
this.
some water. Oop, looks like we gotta fight Bruin in the mid. Come on. Astral Imprisonment takes some of Ursa, and ooh, he's about to get hit with that is Fortune's End. The longer you channel it, the longer they're held in place. But unfortunately, with no follow-up, there's nothing that was really gonna do.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oracle checking to see if the Dire has been stacking the Ancients. They have not. Marana actually... She didn't die to this... She didn't die to the Scythe. So... She doesn't get the added death timer, which is always a good thing for people. Or for your team. Invoker and Ursa are chasing down. They're actually aiming for the Crystal Maiden, which might end up going poorly, especially now. Well, fortunately, Ursa's just going to get back up. Unfortunately for him, it's 4v1. Oh. false promise.
That's a
Ursa goes down to the Oracle. Spectre actually did possess in and dies. That's a team wipe. The Dire have all been killed. That's 16 minutes. Not a great start. There's a regenerate on bottom. Let's see how well the Radiant take advantage of this opening.
Regeneration.
Sorry. Trying to yawn and talk at the same time. Really hard to do.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. You need to defend.
It's not that I'm bored, it's
here.
just that I'm tired. You get a very specific sleep schedule going as a
Dire's
full-time teacher.
bottom tower is under attack.
Incoming Sacred Arrow. Outgoing Sacred Arrow. I'm not actually trying to rag on Tesla here. It's just, Sacred Arrows are hard to land reliably, especially if there's any chance the enemy sees it coming.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Ooh, Mirana pops her ultimate, and it's effectively a full team, a 5-team smoke. Necrolite and Crystal Maiden go down really quickly. Dazzle is dead as well.
That's a twofer.
There goes Oracle, 4 for 1.
That's a twofer.
But Huskar's spear burns Invoker, makes it a 4 for 2. The only one to survive is Outworld Devourer, who is on the other end of the map. And he's actually got his scepter already if he wants to, and he's got it. He's getting it delivered. He's about to get delivered. I like the way that looks. The trail for the spectral dagger. It just looks kind of. It's like a dark hole in the world. I don't know why. It just looks awesome. Let's see. Also, this is a good time to talk about what I'm doing. Again, like I said, this is RanDOTA. This is just where I take random games of Dota and cast them for fun. My other series right now is what I'm calling War of the Gods. That goes up on Saturdays. This goes up on Sundays. War of the Gods is me playing. I don't really want to call it a Let's Play because it's going to be a little bit different than that. I hope.
Much worse.
Ursa actually kills Crystal Maiden on the bottom. I'm sorry I missed that. But as I was saying, War of the Gods, it's me playing Dominions 4, Thrones of Ascension. Currently I'm going through a playthrough as the Middle Ages Ashen Empire, known as Airmore, which is easily still my favorite of the various empires. Ooh, the Sacred Arrow stops the teleport, and Invoker brings down the Sunstrike. That was a pretty good kill on the OD. But the way I'm planning the War of the Gods series is eventually I'm going to switch it over to where what happens is the viewers can vote about what I'm doing, like what age and what nation you want me to play. I'll create the god because that's getting into too much randomness at that point. I'm not sure what Oracle was planning there. Huskar jumps in on Ursa, and Ursa just decides to try and run. It's not going to work. Oh, invisibility, but he's going to burn down. Oh no, he isn't. That is a lucky nut. That is a lucky bear. But yeah, in War of the Gods, like I said, what I'm doing is eventually I'm going to be soliciting age and nation combinations from the viewers, and I'll play the most popular one. If you want to vote on that, go check out there's a playlist on my channel. It's just called War of the Gods. There's an intro video you can watch to give an idea. It also has a list of every nation by age. It also tells you which version of the nation I can play as in that age. Just tell me about which one you want, and I'll do it. As long as it's like I said, it's the most popular one. OD takes down Spectre and Dazzle. And Ursa comes in, sounds rather mad, and then promptly goes into a hole. OD goes down. Mirana dies as well on the back end. Ooh, Crystal Maiden actually... Cold Snap actually stops Freezing Field.
That's a twofer.
And there goes Ursa. That's another team wipe for the Dire. And the only because the casters. Where was Huskar in this whole thing?
Radiant's top tower is under high levels of sarcasity, Captain.
Oh, Huskar had actually died. I forgot. Now let's check the XP graph. Nothing really to talk about. 600 different, 600 XP difference. Gold difference, around 2,500 in favor of the Radiant.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go!
T2 on mid for Dire is gone.
Dire's middle
That's not a good
tower
thing.
has fallen.
Check net worth. Top 3 are all from the Radiant, and OD is leading the way by a good margin at 9,400 gold. The Dire are down to just one tier 2, mostly tier 3s. Whereas the Radiant have only lost a single tier 1 tower, which is actually a pretty good achievement at this point.
Double damage.
Why'd you give a DD rune to Oracle? He doesn't do much. And yeah, he can now do over 200 damage, but I mean, come on, you got like OD who could do it. Nah, not Crystal Maiden. Huskar definitely though. Huh, strange he has to take this damage. Oh, false promise on Oracle. See if they can actually take him down. I mean, all of that damage is going to come back to bite him right about now. Dazzle actually gets credit for that kill. If you're wondering about Oracle, he's confusing. The way false promise works is like it says, temporarily alters an ally's destiny, delaying any healing or damage taken until false promise ends. Any healing delayed is doubled, and it removes most negative statuses and disables when it hits. So what happened there was he got nailed by all that stuff. Once false promise ended, all that damage came back to hit him. So it's like taking about 6,000 damage in the span of a quarter second. Basically, it doesn't go well. Oracle is, or Necrolite is just going up against Invoker, who tags out for Ursa and watches Necrolite die. Spectre has now gotten her hands on a Diffusal Blade, level 1.
Invisibility.
Diffusal Blade is a fun one for any multi-based hero. I don't know how well I'm not sure how well it works on Amiibo. I know it works very well on Phantom Lancer, because I mean you're hitting them. You can hit somebody for 5 damage with Phantom Lancer, but the thing is, if you have a full group, you're hitting them for 5 times 8, so it's still only 40 damage, but you get the idea. His damage multiplies really quickly, especially if you have although my favorite way of playing him is not to give him attack damage, is to give him to attack speed. So he's basically, yeah, I only do about 50 damage a hit, but multiply that by 8, and 8, that's 400, and each one of them hits you like twice a second. It's like, you're not going to survive very long against me. And you're not even sure which one I am. Uh-oh, Oracle and Mirana have a bit of a head-to-head in the Roche pit. Both of them see that Roche is awake. Roche is back. Oh, this isn't looking good. It looks like he's going to die again. Except that's going to be doubled the healing, so... Oh, still not enough to save him! Mirana gets credit for killing Oracle. And Ursa is not happy about Mirana being killed. Unfortunately, he kind of dove in too far. 2 for 1. All because of this big lug right here. Good old Roshan. Kinda glad he doesn't have a driver's license. I mean, he's only got one giant eye. Also, there's no car in the world that can fit it. This is our second Roche of the game. And it looks like it's going to go to our Radiant side. Frozen Roshan. It's really funny if you use something like Sheepstick on, or Scythe of Vice on Roshan, because it actually scales him. He's not a tiny little pig, he's actually full size. He's actually full Roshan sized pig. He's the Roche pig. I'm making this up as I go along.
Roche is just a chill dude, so someone explain to me why Radiant had to go and kill him.
Necrolite is building something with us, with a soul booster or point booster. If I had to guess, it's probably either going to be a Bloodstone or an Aghanims. If he goes Aghanims, it would make more sense, because the upgrade on Aghanims, it does a lot of stuff. But one of the biggest thing it does is if you die to the scythe, which means if you die while it's coming after you, or if somebody kills you before it lands, that's how you die under the scythe. If you die under the scythe, you cannot buy back. It's a great massive disable for team fights, especially late game when buybacks become a lot more important. OD traveling up to top lane, probably just looking to farm a little bit. He actually spots out the haste rune using the courier. Well done. Ursa blinks in, starts just slaughtering ancient dinosaurs. Rumblehide. That is not a Vol assassin. Ooh. Oracle actually gets himself out of the way of the Sacred Arrow with a Yule Scepter. Wait, no, he doesn't have a Yule. Who does? So whoever tornadoed him just now actually kind of saved him from a Sacred Arrow. Not that he survived, mind you. Haunt goes out. Sounded like it did. Yeah, she just used Haunt. OD's coming back as an immortal. He has to actually astral imprison himself to get out of this, but it's not going to work really. He's actually been cold snapped. Ooh, Necrolite takes the Sacred Arrow and dies for it, so he dies to save his teammate, but still doesn't manage it. 3-0. Huskar thinks better of this. I mean, he's a tough guy to kill. I said it in another video, and it's just he is. Ugh.
Radiant structures are fortified.
One moment, please. Sorry about that, folks. I had to edit that out a little bit, but oh well. Nothing happened. Ooh, not looking good for Ursa. Ursa and Mirana are both dead. Sorry, I missed that. That's some guys talking. I tried to mute the microphone with the button. Oracle is... Oh, that's actually how you avoid death, is the Shallow Grave. And he blows up again to the end of False Promise. This Oracle is actually going for kind of a carry build. He's got a Chrysalis, a Maelstrom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Interesting build on Oracle.
Yo, good guys. Middle tower got
Usually he gets built as a support.
Get mad or get even?
Crystal Main's building a BKB. Spectre and Invoker are looks like they're gonna move in on the OD. There goes the Spectral Dagger. OD is actually really slowed thanks to the Diffusal Blade, and he's now dead. He actually ended up using Sunstrike and Deafening Blast, or otherwise known as Sonic Boom. Oh, the duck. Mirana's just going around planting down wards.
Perfect.
Mirana actually pops her ultimate, but still dies to the Reaper's side. So she's actually going to be down for quite some time. 30 seconds extra, so she would only be down for just about a minute. Ooh, Spectre goes down, but so does Crystal Maiden. Invoker has to get out of here though, because he can't take on both of these guys on his own. He's strong, but... Ooh, Yep, there he goes. Invoker is dead. That's 3 for 2. And an unstoppable streak from the Invoker given over to Huskar. Ursa's just up here farming the top lane. We're about halfway done. Dazzle is also farming top lane. Ursa's more farming the jungle. Looks like Ursa's going for a BKB as well. Sorry. Just trying to shifting position, trying to get a little more comfortable. I need to tighten that. But that's actually loosening it. There we go. Sorry, I was tightening my microphone stand to make sure it didn't slip. All of a sudden I found out it was a little loose. Versus... Just put my hand on the keyboard, I'm sorry. Necrolite actually just blinks out, decides not to try and fight Mirana and Spectre. Ooh. Oracle... That was a preemptive Shallow Grave on Dazzle's part. Look, he's got it at level 3, so it's only got a 30-second cooldown. Spectral Dagger goes out, and... Ooh, this is not looking good for Necrolite. He's not going to survive this. Ursa activates his BKB and just walks through the freezing field like it's not even there, because for him it basically wasn't. Ooh, Oracle and Crystal Maiden are both in some serious trouble here. Because, yeah, this is not looking good. False Promise on Oracle again. You'd think he'd have learned his lesson by now. Oh, he might actually get Spectre on this. No, he did not. Barely.
Never save.
OD again was on the other side of the map and thus survives. And again, about 20 minutes on this game. This is a hell of a workout on your throat, folks. If you ever want to try casting, make sure you have something to drink handy nearby. I've got a bottle of water still. And actually, unfortunately, that's what I think. That's actually why I think the great Husky Starcraft isn't casting at the moment. I remember he mentioned something about his voice. Hope he gets better, because he's actually what kind of got me interested in this kind of stuff. The guy's a great caster, and he seems like a great person. I've never actually met him. I've been in the same state as him, but that's about it. And that was actually because I was visiting family and just happened to be in the same state. I talk about a lot of famous casters, don't I? Oh, Crystal Maiden eats a Sacred Arrow to the face. Ursa's like, that's a target. Yeah, that's the thing. Ooh, this didn't go well. Crystal Maiden and Spectre are both dead. Unfortunately, Crystal Maiden is a support. Spectre is a main. Mirana goes down. Can Dazzle get out of this? Nope.
My dazzle darkened.
Bad Dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Ursa and Invoker get away. 3-for-1 trade for the Radiant. I mean, they only lost to Crystal Maiden, and they got Spectre, Mirana, and Dazzle. Roshan's not up for a while. Check the grass. Oh wow, the experience swing has gone way down to the Dire. About just under 7,500. Gold graph, again, in favor of the Dire, just under 5,000. Roshan just popped up. And this is the third, the Radiant have moved right in on him. This is the third Roshan, so they kill him, they get the G's. Sunstrike checks in just as they start, so the Radiant have been found out. Unfortunately, the Dire don't have any way to really capitalize on this. Since there's only, well, actually, 4 of them are alive. Most of them are going to be alive, but they're not going to be there in time. Ursa pops in out of nowhere, actually gets the kill, and Huskar snatches the Aegis. Spectre haunts in and possesses, manages to take out Huskar, so the Aegis actually goes to waste, in a way. Mirana does not want to be here, but luckily for her, she's still invisible, so. 2 for the Aegis. That's not a great way to do it. Huskar takes the Sacred Arrow and is now getting beaten on by from 3 different directions. Life breaks onto Dazzle, but doesn't manage to get him. Doesn't even manage to hurt him, I think. Mask of Madness? What the hell? This Oracle has got a weird-ass build. Tries to get False Promise on himself. Freezing Field takes down Invoker, but can anything else come of this? 3 for 2. Ultimately. Uh-oh. Mirana gets... What was it? Is that a Diffusal Blade? Mirana has a Diffusal Blade, but they're not going to get OD now. So 4 for 2 ultimately.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
38 kills to 37, just slightly in favor of our Radiant
bottom tower is
in terms of kills. But in terms of towers, the Radiant are still winning by a good margin. I mean, they're down to the tier 3 on the bottom, but they got a tier 2 on top and mid, and tier 1 on top. Ursa is apparently having none of this crap. He's like, I'm done with you guys. I'm just gonna kill people. Spectral Dagger flies through, and doesn't look like he's getting... Nope, Necrolite gets killed by Spectre.
Green Dude's top thing is about to get knocked over.
No, the tower is got about 800, just under 900 HP. Down to 850. No. Pretty good ward placement. And now actually all but Marana are in the top 5 net worth for the Dire side. OD has gotten over 200 last hits. That's pretty damn good. Invoker must have fired off a sun. Yep, Invoker fired off a Sunstrike. Must have just missed OD. This Oracle build is so weird. I mean, he's got a full-on attack carry. Oop, looks like the Dire are finally trying to push mid. Try and see if they can take out this tier 2. Maybe open up another avenue. Spectre is just kind of wandering around trying to keep people off. Crystal Maiden blink, warps in and gets blinked straight onto by Ursa, who just rips her apart. Oh, OD almost takes a Sacred Arrow, but manages to get off his Sandy's Eclipse. Yeah, Sandy's Eclipse, which with the Scepter automatically casts Astral Imprisonment on everything inside. Nirvana takes down Huskar and the tower. And Oracle gets blown up. Absolutely destroyed by Spectre. Sacred Arrow flies out. Doesn't get anything. Oh well. 3 for 1. And they actually took out one of the main damage dealers for the Radiant side by taking down Huskar. And all they lost was Dazzle. I might want to drink. I might even try something else for a drink. Water works, but getting a sore throat off of this. Let's see, 1600 HP left on the. They haven't even scratched the tier 3, but they got to it. They've got it to where they can now attack it. That's a different thing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oop.
Radiant structures are
Invoker is.
fortified.
He popped Alacrity on himself. Yeah, it is Alacrity. OD comes in and Invoker throws off an EMP blast that doesn't even hit him, because EMP is hard to land if you don't have a good setup for it. I want to try and get comfortable, but I can't without losing some sound on my mic. Oop. Invoker is dead because of that dust, probably. Oh, no, he ghost walks.
Got in Himmel!
Ursa just pops Huskar. Where was that? In the Radiant Secret Shop. Mirana and Dazzle turn and take down Necrolite. Crystal Maiden's got Freezing Field up, but Spectre is just going ham on her. Invoker takes out Crystal Maiden, but mostly with a lot of help from Spectre. OD comes back out of Astral Imprisonment and throws out Shiva's guards and promptly dies for it. That's a team wipe for the against the Radiant. All for the cost of 1 Invoker. 5 for a 1, even if it is an Invoker, is a big swing. Let's check the graphs.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
Yeah, that's about that's over a 4K XP switch, and actually, oh wait, yeah, and a 2,700 gold change right there. I'm not quite certain what he's even talking about. What is OD talking about? I don't know. It might be something I just can't see. They might be actually doing voice comms. I don't know. I can't hear those.
Green dude's top thing is about to get knocked over. Top tower has fallen.
Radiant top tower is tier 1 is down. Spectre and Dazzle are just cutting down top lane, trying to take it out to tier 2. Spectre's actually gotten up to a heart now. I should take a look at the items.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. OD's got a Scepter, Rod of Agony, Hand of Midas, Shiva's Guard, Crystal Maiden, Arcane Boots, BKB, Veil of Discord, actually, not Hood of Defiance. Necrolite, most of the way to a Scepter, has a mech and a Blink Dagger. Oracle, Ghost Scepter, Crystallis, Mask of Madness, and Maelstrom. I do not get where he's going with this build. I really don't. And Huskar has Armlet, Urn, Helm of the Dominator, and most of a Heart of Tarask for himself. Ooh, that was a good Sacred Arrow. I'm not sure if OD can survive this one. We'll find out. Invoker, Yule's Scepter. Looks like he's working towards a Bloodstone. With that Soul Booster. Hand of Midas, Aghanims, Mirana, who just died.
Oh, humanity! That's a two-for.
Yowza, Ursa gets a double kill by taking down Huskar and Crystal Maiden. Oracle takes down Mirana. Dazzle takes down Oracle. So 4 for 1 and a buyback from OD. 5 for 1 with a buyback.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's not going to be worth it pretty much no matter what OD does. And it looks like we might actually end up having a... Yeah, we're going to have a dieback.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, actually, that was a really close Sunstrike. Ursa's really gunning for him. It might not be a dieback, but it ain't going to be worth the buyback.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Actually, it might be now.
Totally harshing my mellow. Green Dude's tower got owned, son!
Where's the Radiant Barracks?
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And the first barracks to fall looks like it's going to go the way of the Dire. And Mirana. Level 1 Diffusal Blade, level 2 when she gets back up. Phase Boots, and a full-on Mjolnir. Ursa. Boots of Travel, Vlad's, Blink Dagger, Skull Basher, BKB. Pretty good Ursa stuff. Level 2 Diffusal, or level 1 Diffusal Blade, I'm sorry, on Spectre. Who is trying to do her damnedest to get rid of this OD. She's also got a Heart of Tarask, Phase Boots, and a Hand of Midas. Desolator, Heart, and Ultimate Orb up on Dazzle. I'm curious. Dazzle is not dying anytime soon. Well, now. 3-0. And Dazzle's killing spree is over. Roche is up in about 30 seconds. 44 to 52 at the 43-minute mark. This is getting to be a bloodbath. Mirana gets pinned in place, but doesn't seem to care, because, I mean... Oracle can't... I'm sorry, Oracle doesn't have the strength to stand up to Mirana in a one-on-one like that. Oop, Huskar is basically screwed here because...
That's a two-for.
Deafening Blast actually... I mean, he does get the kill on Mirana from the burnout, but Deafening Blast actually disarms them for a... Let's see. Yeah, it's based on the level of Wex. So his current Wex level, maxed out, means he can disarm somebody for a full 4 seconds with Deafening. Cold Snap into Chaos Meteor. That's a pretty good combo. Roche is back up, and this one's got the cheese. Sorry, I keep checking the time. I'm just... Okay, about 13 minutes to go. Well, we have a bit of a lull in the action. Oop. Although, now that I say that, Ursa's currently gunning for Roshan.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Sorry, missed that. Ursa, of course, takes the Aegis and cheese. Where he's... No, he only took the Aegis. He only takes the Aegis. Where's the cheese? No cheese. I know he had the cheese. I know Roche had the cheese, but jumps onto Huskar and promptly ignores him. Nothing really happening. Oop, I may have spoken too soon. We got a bit of a fight going here. Although currently Ursa's the only one really getting any injury, and Ursa's down. Aegis popped. Huskar goes down, but he doesn't have Aegis. And, ooh, Oracle and Necrolite also go down, but Spectre and Dazzle go with them. CM goes down as well. The only one left standing on the Radiant side is our Outworld Devourer, who's not looking good. Gets cold snapped. Can they get him? No, oh, actually they might still be able to. Mirana jumps on him. He turns and gets her, but that costs him his life. He goes down. 5 for 3. 59-48 in favor of our Dire. And now Invoker and Ursa are going to be gunning for the bottom lane, maybe. Actually, looks like they're going to switch up and go to mid. Oh, okay. Ursa's going to stay on bottom and try and tear down the tower, while Invoker is going mid to try and clear up the creep wave so that his own creeps can get in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Come on, OD.
Yo, green dudes.
Yeah, Oracle's not a
Something
carry, but
good dude's bottom just fell off.
I don't see how Oracle's a good carry.
Under attack.
A good carry.
Yo, good guys. Middle tower got owned. What you gonna do? Get mad?
They're basically tearing down all their towers.
Bottom rack's gone.
And
Radiant did need it.
I was gonna say. Okay, no, it was OD that was complaining about the carry Oracle. Whereas, I'm sorry, but the side, with the one exception, the sides just aren't doing anything. The sides from Necrolite just haven't really done anything. Two for one, or not 2 for 1, but Invoker and Ursa both get killed.
Invisibility. Double damage.
Mirana actually gets some good runes there with double damage and invis. Why don't you tell them what your teammate has? I mean, yes, he does have a Shadow Blade, and it's pretty obvious. I don't get why he's doing. Oh wow! Mirana's head just exploded. What the? Okay, now that's pretty good. If you're wondering about that, it's because OD's ultimate works off of the difference between intelligence. And since OD's got 229 intelligence, whereas Mirana's got 76. And it's 10 times the damn. Seriously? Oh. But yeah, the only one. Oh, bye bye. That's a scythe kill, and he can't buy back. So this is not looking good for the Dire at the moment. Spectre gets jumped on by Necrolite, who promptly decides, screw you, I'm gonna cut your head off. He's joined by Crystal Maiden, which prompts her to run, but really, I mean, come on, there's really not much damage they can do anymore. Once she gets out of... Oh. Creep eats it. Invisible Ursa decides... Ooh, he pops the Abyssal Blade stun and just tears half of tears OD in half. That sentence kind of got away from me at first, but I got it at the end. Oracle is under false promises and going to explode in a second. And wow, Spectre just got a double. 4 for 2. Actually 4 for 1. Or because Invoker's been dead for over a minute. Come on, he was down for 2 minutes effectively.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
What are you talking about? Huskar's actually helping. I mean, yeah, he could have been in the fight, but now he's dead. Don't insult your teammates, even if they're randoms. So 5 for 1. 5 for 1. That is a bad exchange rate. Unless you're talking currency, and you're the one doing the 1. There's only the barracks are left, and ooh, a good solid sneeze will take out the melee barracks on the bottom lane for the Radiant. Whereas in the mid, they're still pretty healthy. Tornado.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Invoker's just like, I got this.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
The Radiant
Radiant's middle
not going
barracks
well for
are under
them.
attack.
They're down to their last melee barracks, and the Dire looks like they're just gonna gun straight for it. OD pops Sanity's Eclipse. Mirana died from it. Nobody else died. Invoker takes a huge hit from the Reaper's scythe. Dazzle dies off to Necrolite.
The Dire now have mega creeps.
OD gets Ursa, but the Dire have the Megas. Meaning that technically they can just sit back and hold. If they can just sit back and hold their base, they can win, because it's a case of either the Radiant have to stay in their base and fight the Megas, which is actually really difficult because you don't get as much experience in gold, and also they hit like a bus. Or you can try and go out and end it, but then you got to deal with the fact that you've got Megas knocking on your doors. I like the way the Dire Megas look, or at least the Dire Warrior Megas. Looks like they're kind of wearing armor made out of lava, or actually in this case it'd be cooled magma. Spectre activates haste, checks in on Roche, who is not back yet. I think I might have missed the time. I might have missed when the timer is going to expire, but there's only, well, less than 5 minutes. It's about 4 minutes left in this game. And the Dire have actually turned this around. I mean, they were not doing well at first, but they have all their tier 3s, all their barracks. Roche is about to be up. In fact, there he goes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, for how they started this game, the Dire have turned it around. Oh, just a little bit farther on. If the Sigurdur had just a little bit more range, that probably would have gotten the Oracle. Not that it matters, I mean, Spectre's going after him. He actually upgraded all the way to Silver Edge. Oh, Necrolite dies to Ursa on their own, on the ramps of his own bottom lane. Spectre TP's in on top of the Ursa and promptly turns, and together they rip Huskar into pieces. Sandy's Eclipse goes out. Doesn't kill anybody, but what the? Oh, okay, I did not know that. So Deafening Blast is now at max level, becomes radial. That's pretty cool. I didn't actually know that. CM on the other hand kills both Spectre and Ursa. That's a pretty good kill. Mirana is in very bad shape right now, but the tier 4 is gone. Tier 4s are gone. Barracks are gone. The Dire have got this in the bag, folks. Well played, both teams. But that is a Dire victory. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like or favorite the video and leave a comment. And if you enjoy the show, please feel free to subscribe. again, these RanDOTA goes out on Sundays, and my War of the Gods series currently goes out on Saturdays. And if you have a game you'd like me to cast, just email me the match ID. The email I use is in the channel description. You can find it there. As for that, folks, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.